slowly but rising to the bunch of all these indicators. Got it. Hey guys, here's me, my favorite spot. We are at the Quotex platform, getting us trading with the binary options and just gonna test the strategies. I invent the strategies, I copy that strategies, I look for that strategies, and I test it, and try and, I don't know, my best to explain that to you, to give you some hints, or maybe to give you some problems in it. Let's start. Here we go, just for the start. And 300 for a start, and 10 seconds for the candles. Tiny little process of getting all this set up. Here's gonna be the indicators we're gonna use, and envelopes just for the first one. Here we go. And EMA gonna be what this indicator gonna be based on. Sorry, just got a little bit distracted by all these numbers and colors. Too many lines, too many. Here we are. Yep, all this period. Got it. Just got it. And RSI as the third one. I don't know, I just got, check that, because I think maybe not some far away ago I've been using something kind of familiar, but now I've checked, I think it's all fine. Just been checking my previous trades. Yeah, but was a little bit different. So they even having this 92%. Last time, I must say, there was lots of the currency pairs with these payouts, but 87 is the good one. Can you imagine if it's gonna be like 50? If we gotta have only 50 as a payout, it's gonna be a little bit more sad, but anyway, it's still could be profitable. So it's all fine. This is how our strategy gonna be looking. Actually, we're gonna be just looking for some simple and easy understanding combination and just test it. Let's start. I hope it's gonna be a nice one today. So we just expect it's gonna be still rising, and we may see that we are actually maybe in the middle of that tendency, slightly in tiny, all the lines and the envelopes just showing to us we're gonna be rising, and RSI and ADX are not at the highest position at their own charts. Of course, it doesn't mean that they couldn't just break, but we still have some space to grow, and I just hope we're gonna catch that tendency maybe at the end of it. Let's check. Just as I told you, I've been actually predicting that it could be some plateau or just the beginning of this downward trend, but I think we entered just perfectly perfect. I must say there wasn't any specific and like 100% signs that it's gonna be just like that. That was just our hope. All indicators were clear, but I must say here not enough indicators that could actually predict what's going to be in a minute or in a 5, and I would add maybe MACD just to see how long the tendency is going to be working for us. But anyway, it is just fine for us. And this is the second one for us. We're going to get downward, and look at that. Again and again, the tendency already started, and we can see that by all these indicators. I must say ADX line a little bit tricking us, because it is showing us we're gonna get a little bit more upward than I wanted, but I just hope we're gonna be or the plateau, just finishing this bad, or this gonna be still them falling. Let's check it out. So I think this is the plateau. Maybe right after we're gonna get back, but we may see that RSI and ADX already started together with the envelopes, showing that we're gonna get upward a little bit. We were just fine. So out of this case, I must say that ADX actually the indicator that we need to check, because it is showing us, look at this ADX right now, a little bit in advance what's gonna be. So I was wrong that we don't have that indicator. Actually, ADX is quite working, nice working. As MACD, we can actually replace it right here. And one more. It's gonna be for the upward one. I must say that what I actually told you about the ADX may get you a little bit confused, because this is not the sign we are just following. So this is not like that. If ADX a little bit in advance showing to us we're gonna get downward, that was actually just before. You need to check all the rest indicators on the chart and the tendency that you are just detecting on the chart. We are just detecting slowly but rising. Look at these envelopes. We may see that with tiny steps, we are getting upward. And that's why we just made that bad. So let's wait. In this exact case, we must see that RSI started to be more flat. But if you've been actually watching my videos before, you know, when this type of indicators flat but in the highest position or in the lowest position of its own chart, that means that we are rising. There is not enough space, so that's why just in the highest position it is flat, but that means we're gonna get upward, and otherwise we're gonna get downward if it's at the bottom and the lowest position flat. What I gotta tell you, the tendency out of the chart, firstly, check the chart. The tendency to get upward, and we are just in the beginning, but maybe in the middle, because nobody can actually tell us how long gonna be this tendency. But I think that we have some spaces, because that was actually the bottom position. And look at the RSI, look at the ADX. Anyway, this is even being flat, but this is like getting upward. Maybe slowly, maybe it's not going to be that drastic, but this huge green candle actually may prove me wrong. And look how actually it's changing. So that's important. Yep, at the moment, some ADX may actually show us a little bit in tiny, like inconvenience, you know, just be getting upward, but having a tiny step downward just to maybe break and jump more. So that's why you need to be quite attentive to the bunch of all these indicators, of all these chart situations. This is not just like, you know, easy answer from the one of the indicator. And the last one, I'm gonna get it for an upward bad, but what's the trick actually? The tendency, I mean, it's quite a long one. So we are definitely not in the beginning. I think we are definitely, or just maybe not in the middle. And RSI and ADX showing us we're gonna get upward, because even if they're flat at the upper position. But what's the chances, this is not the peak, but the chances that we're not gonna get back, I'm gonna say here it's just my inner feelings. I don't know, my knowledge is that it's not going to be drastic. I just do expect, and envelopes too just were showing us we're going to get upward, that it's still going to be the rising, or even if it's going to be the falling, it's going to be the plateau and the tiny is slowly falling. But this position of all estimated level, just got it. This position actually gave us no chances, even if it's going to be the falling. So we needed that to be a slowly but rising. Slowly, maybe with the orange candles, but rising. And we got that. Look at that. Only now we see that it's breaking a little bit more. Yes, we're just done, and I am satisfied. I don't know, I had a wonderful coffee just before. I was inspired and fully energized, and that trading ended just like that, on the same, level of being energized and happy. I hope it was useful. If you want to know more about me or about all this trading stuff, you can find all the links below this video or just in my bio. And this is the only legal links. Please be attentive. Lots of people just taking my pictures and using that to give you anything but truly info. And just check it out. Then we're gonna get for some more.